They say you can tell a lot about a person by the contents of their freezer. So, what does a bottle of Jägermeister say? It says you have standards, you don't cut corners, and you like your Jägermeister shots the way they're meant to be enjoyed, ice cold. As for the frozen taquitos and mystery leftovers, we'll keep that between us. Drink it cold, or don't drink it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume. Imported by Mast Jägermeister, U.S. White Plains, New York.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Pays checkout is offered by your banks and credit unions. So when you shop online at participating merchants, your cards appear in one place. Pays. It checks out. Activation required. See pays.com to learn more. Terms and conditions apply.
It's a pivotal time to be able to talk to my old editor, the truly well-known in the martial arts world, Bob Sykes. Bob, you've been around a long, long time.
Not as long as you, Andy.
No. We've got the photo, Bob.
Yeah.
And what I'd like to talk about is a bit of an evolution. Basically, I remember that you enjoyed and your adrenaline moved very quickly for martial arts, and especially kickboxing and karate. Can you tell us just a little bit how you got involved with that, and then how we've slowly moved on?
Well, the martial arts was, I think it was mid-70s, or looking into it, getting the odd poster magazine on Kung Fu, like the odd Kung Fu poster magazine, and KFM. And then it was about 1977, I thought I'll go and try. My mate did martial arts, and he said, come down to the club, and I went down. And I did it just once a week for a few months. Then I went into the army for a short while at 16, came back out. Didn't quite like the colour of the uniform. And when I came out, I was working in a mill, and I thought, I might train a bit more karate, train 3 or 4 times a week. And from there, I took it to training every day, because I realised that the only way out of this 9 to 5 grind, or 6 to 4, this treadmill I was on, was through martial arts. So I set my sights on becoming a full-time martial artist. And, so I dedicated myself to it fully, going to tournaments, training not just in karate but also taekwondo, in a time when cross-training wasn't a thing. I used to like training with my mates who did a bit of kung fu. So, and that was always frowned upon the karate group, at the time you had to do one style. And that was it, basically. I took it from there. Did a lot of karate tournaments. Where I first met you at a karate tournament in Bradford, you were doing the stall with the Bruce Lee stuff on. That was about 1980.
James DeMille were there, wasn't he?
That was 1980, 79, 80.
Yeah.
And from there, we got into the kickboxing, and when you're in kickboxing, you're more noticed and not found, because when you're in a karate tournament, you're just another fighter on an area when there's lots of areas going on at once. It's hard to stand out unless you was phenomenally good and also being pushed by your association or whatever. So I got into kickboxing, and all of a sudden you're on the stage, everybody's watching. And after 2 fights, I thought I'd start challenging the top kickboxers. Then everybody's watching me on the main bout on the stage. Yeah,
and fantastic.
That's how I've sort of made a name for myself.
Yeah.
And then from there, whilst I was up there at top of the bills, I did the Wing Chun Challenge in the Combat magazine, and that really got me to stand out. So basically I was after recognition and attention because my life was very ego-driven.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
How did you had a great piece in Fighters magazine, but I don't know if that must have been prior to getting involved with Martial Arts Illustrated. How did Martial Arts Illustrated start?
It was basically me and Roy Jessup at the time.
How did you meet up?
Well, Roy came to one of my events and he knew my coach, boxing coach, Tom Gunning. You might not know this yourself, Andy, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I got a boxing coach, Tom Gunning. Tom was there, because I had to learn to box with the kickboxing. And Tom was an ex-PTI, Army PTI. 165 fights, only lost 11. Beat Tony Simpson and Maurice Hope in the amateur.
Yeah.
Even at 65, he attempted to swim the English Channel. He did that at 65. He got a mile off France, a fatigue kicked in, so he swam back.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. So Tom got me into, he started coaching me in boxing. Just said, come along with some boxing, Bob. So I went along. And after a week, he was surprised I kept coming back, because most people never did. And so we trained together for 18 months. But during that time, he had me put some events on at the Leisure Centre that he was manager of. And Roy just happened to be there because Roy's wife, Jackie, was judo. And the judo, father, Bob Wilson, used the area before we did on a Wednesday. So we knew each other. And they came to the event. Now, Tom got offered a job, because Tom saw the martial arts as an open market, and got offered the job running a few sports centres down Clacton. So he went. But before he went, he put me in contact with Roy, because he thought that there was a bit of a joy, because Tom Gunning was quite high up in the old scheme of things.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
He was a person who made things happen. I've been surrounded by these all my life.
Right.
People who've put me in certain places.
Fantastic, yeah.
And me and Roy were opening a karate centre. But while we were opening the karate centre, he noticed that I had quite a big interest in martial arts magazines. So he sort of thought, what's this magazine, Bob? Oh, it's combat. I don't like combat and get fired. I get them all. I wouldn't mind doing a magazine myself. To be quite honest, I think anybody could. And we sort of took it from there, getting the graphic designers together, the printer, Norman Skips there, graphic designer Ralph Senior.
Yeah.
We brought Moira on board, and Moira did a lot. I mean, she basically was the heart and soul of the magazine, the work behind it.
Yeah.
Roy kept everybody in order.
Yeah.
And it was he's a really good businessman.
Yeah.
He was very clever. Mm. And I had the enthusiasm for the martial arts. So it all linked together and it worked. And we ran the Martial Arts Illustrated for 30 years, which is not bad.
No, it's very good, very good. I was very happy to be a member of it.
Yes.
But after that, you sort of like withdrew, and your son and you have been running your martial arts academy, Colne Valley Martial Arts.
We had a lot of members leave when I sort of took over again, because it was sort of, in my opinion, lacking direction. So I had to go in and sort of get things going again. So I spent a few years building it back up to about 200 members, teaching a lot of classes. But to be quite honest, it was easy for just teaching. It was hard teaching, editing a magazine, organising events, blah, blah, blah. Just teaching, and back to the roots of what I used to do. So I needed to ground myself again. Yeah. And I did it through the teaching of the martial arts.
Yeah. One of the evolutions that I'm really super though, and you've actually, when I was down on my luck, you sort of like brought this to my attention. So can you tell me where this Reiki, you can just show me this thing you've done. When did that start, and how did you get into that?
I got into that because I was very ill at one stage. I mean, this has happened in phases, and again, it's very hard to piece together, so it starts making sense. I don't want to lose the audience by whispering too much.
No.
I had several illnesses. First was a stomach ulcer,
right,
of which herbalist got rid of in a few days.
Yeah.
And then I had an overactive thyroid, which I thought was cancer. So I won't go to the doctors because I thought I had cancer. When I did go to the doctors, finally got checked up when I was down at about 7 stone. And I looked like a prisoner of war. You know? They said you got overactive thyroid. I thought, okay, let's get on top of that, which we'd started. And at the same time, I was training with Lance Lewis. Now, Lance was doing a lot of boxing with me because he was former Kronk Gym with Thomas Hearns, and the first Englishman ever to box at the Detroit Kronk Gym. I was learning all the Kronk style boxing, which I really wanted to learn. But at the end of every session, he'd do a bit of Qigong.
Right.
Because he was obviously Danny Connor connected.
Yeah, Danny, yeah.
And after the Qigong, a bit of meditation. So when I became very ill and it was obvious I was losing a lot of weight, he said I should do some Reiki. Now, when I first met the Reiki guys, I thought these guys are. And I was open-minded myself because I'd seen things and what have you over the years, which I ain't going to talk about in this. And I was open-minded and I thought they were crackers. But eventually, when I finally got attuned and I could feel the energy and see the chi, I thought, give me more of this. So I got into it. I went down to, I think it was Wales, and trained under Judith Brown. She lived in this gatehouse, a big wooden throne. She was very wicker. And she attuned me. And again, bang. Wow, that's incredible. So I played with it for a while. Then I was on and off a bit. Then I got involved with Sandra Barber from Newcastle, who was teaching me Reiki. And she got me up to what they call master level, the master terms. And I've been doing it ever since. But I've been meaning, that was about 12, 13 years ago. So I've been meaning to give it a push. So before lockdown, I started a meditation class, Qigong meditation. Just for people, tell people, for free of charge actually. I wasn't charging for it. People just come down, people couldn't sleep or whatever, suffering, anxiety, or just wanted to do something different. And I found myself blending a bit of Reiki into it. And a little bit of Silat.
Yeah.
So I'd blend a bit of Reiki, a bit of Silat, a bit of Qigong, and I came up with my own sort of concoction. And I seemed to be getting good results with people. People who couldn't sleep were sleeping, people who were having trouble with shadow warriors or whatever it was, shadow people, problems, things like that. We're getting rid of them. So things were going really well, so I thought last year and the year before I was going to launch it at the UK Martial Arts Show, but it just ain't happening this year. But that's what I want to be doing. Yeah. You know, obviously I am charging money. I'm not doing it for free now, but the thing is, that's just so I can pay my bills because it's time and expense, you know. But I just feel like I'm going to get a lot more satisfaction out of doing this. Yeah. But I still teach the kids karate, coach the kids karate, stuff like that. Yeah. But you've got to evolve. And when I looked into it, Hiroshima, Kano, all the top karatekas, Asuka, they were all students under Usha, Reiki. Yeah. So it's a sort of thing, weird, it's gone full circle.
For the man in the street and getting into it, what do you think you've said it's about some of the people can't sleep and stuff like that. What is the essence of it? What is it giving you?
Well, the thing is, in my opinion, okay, everybody's rushing round now. And they're that busy trying to impress everybody that in the process they've forgotten who they are. The more aligned or concerned to how the image on social media is going, rather than the real how they feel in real life.
Yeah.
So as a result of pushing a lot out there, I've done it myself. This is why I can talk about it. You're pushing it, you're projecting your image as a great person, a great fighter, the editor of a magazine, running this, running that. Look how successful I am. When inside, you're empty. And I see this all the time.
Yeah.
People, they do say the greater the outer performance, then the larger the inner poverty.
Wow.
And it's the same as the stronger man tries to make himself the weaker he becomes syndrome. We all fall for it, but there's that something missing. And when I had everything going with the magazine and the Clash of Titans events, I had everything going, but something was missing. And I'd sometimes long for like a bit of a walk out in country that afternoon, connect. And I go out, I do my earthing, I do my grounding, I do my connecting. I go out on a night sometimes for maybe 3-4 hours and do it. And I come back feeling like a kid again, feeling alive.
Wow.
And you can't beat that.
No, we can't.
So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I'm here today at the UK Martial Arts. I got a little stall and promoting. It's been nice to have people come on. We've even had Dracula's turned up, the Prince of Darkness, because we're saving souls in some respect, and you wanted to see what we were up to. But we did polite, but we knew why I was here.
So, Barry, from the pamphlets and the leaflets, is there a website or anything like that?
No, this is it. At the moment, I've got a number on here. I'm not giving my number out, really. I take numbers, and then I'll contact them. First of all, go see if I'm comfortable with them, because we all know what we've got in martial arts. Sometimes you can align with the wrong people, which I've done many times. So I have to feel comfortable with it. It's not something I'm just going to do to get numbers in.
No.
It's something I'll do if I feel comfortable with the person, and I can do the Reiki, and we're going to work together, and then they're going to go away and do it properly. Just like the martial arts used to be.
Absolutely.
You can just go and join a club. You have to be accepted.
That's right.
And then you'd have to maybe train 2 or 3 years before you were trusted to be taught certain parts of that martial art.
Absolutely.
Because if you, I made my mistakes over the years sometimes, and I'm not saying I've done everything right, but I want to try and do things right now. That's the idea.
Bob Sykes, thank you very much for the World of Martial Arts TV.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody.